Hi, this is Fritz Onion with Pluralsight, and in this module I'm going to be presenting details on how to build your own custom controls that have Ajax enabled behaviors in them. So if you followed our previous module looking at the Ajax control toolkit, those are all examples of custom controls that include Ajax enabled functionality, which often just means richer client-side DHTML type of experiences. So we're going to talk about the additional pieces to the ASP.NET framework that were added to enable the construction of controls that incorporate more client-side behavior than we've had in the past. So we're going to start by looking at the various types of controls that you can build. These include components, standard controls, and then control extenders, of which most of the toolkit controls were examples of. Then we'll talk about the details of putting these controls together. So building the client-side class, we're going to use all the techniques we discussed earlier for building client-side JavaScript classes that have methods and properties and events that we will tie into our server-side controls behavior. And the main mechanism we're going to use to tie it to the server-side control behavior is this new interface, the iScript control interface. And one last detail is we'll discuss how to embed our scripts as resources in our assemblies so that we don't have to depend on script files being in the virtual path of the web application. You can just assume that they're inside of your assembly's resource section, and you can pull those out with special types of requests. And then we'll walk through the whole process of building a control. The way I'm going to approach this, by the way, is I'm going to start by building just a standard custom control in ASP.NET to sort of motivate why you might want to take these extra steps and use the Ajax framework interfaces and client-side features to build up your control. So we'll start with just a straight custom control without using the ASP.NET Ajax features, and then we'll slowly incorporate various pieces of the Ajax framework to enhance and improve the control. And then the last thing we'll talk about is how to build extender controls. Again, this is primarily what the controls in the toolkit are extender controls. And they're unique in the sense that an extender control does not render anything itself. It doesn't render as an HTML element, but rather it extends an existing server-side control, typically a text box or perhaps a list box in ASP.NET. So we'll talk about how to build these types of controls, very similar to the standard Ajax control in construction, and then the various things that you'll have to tweak, including the target control ID and the control type attribute.